not settle for someone who cheats on me. You guys, do you understand what cheating is? Do you understand that that guy thinks that you are not worthy of loyalty? Cheating is a form of abuse. Cheating is a form of disrespect towards you. I will walk away from anyone. It doesn't matter who you are right now. I will walk away, even if it's from my own mother. If it means I walk out to protect my peace, I will. I'm so tired of putting myself in compromising situations just to please everybody. Walk away, honey. Walk away. Hello everyone, welcome to this channel, and for those who don't know me, hi, my name is Brightstar, and today I want us to talk about the Wizard Liz. With all the controversy that is going on, Wizard Liz is one person who's always inspired me to be in YouTube. And as much as I don't do videos, I had to do this one just to talk about her. Lessons we can learn from Wizard Liz. For those who might be wondering who Wizard Liz is, she is a creator here in YouTube and she has over 8 million subscribers. And she talks about self-empowerment, wellness, and just becoming the best version of yourself. Every morning when I wake up, the first person I go check online is Wizard Liz. And it's because her messages are so inspiring, so uplifting, they leave me feeling better and hopeful of my life. Now, why do I want to talk about the Wizard Liz? It's because she is like the inspiration for Gen Zs. She's a woman who makes us want to live the best life, and a woman like that should be celebrated and send love her way. Lesson number 1, create the life that you want. Wizard Liz doesn't come from the best background. She comes from a very broken home, but she built the life that she wanted through YouTube. She created content, she went viral, and she rebuilt her life on her terms. And that shows you it doesn't matter where you're born, it doesn't matter the abuse you experienced when you were small, it just doesn't matter what pain you've been through, you can actually rebuild your life from scratch just like she did. Lesson number 2, believe in yourself. Wizard Liz says how when she started her life and her YouTubes, a lot of people didn't believe in her. Okay, they didn't think that doing content and doing videos was a lucrative job. But she proved them wrong. She went on and showed up daily, every day. She became the Wizard Liz that everyone in her family now celebrates. She did not wait for anyone's approval. She actually believed in herself and put herself out here until everyone who hadn't believed in her started believing in her. So this is a lesson. Believe in yourself. You're the one who knows your vision. You're the one who knows your dream. You're the one who knows God's calling in you. Other people might not be seeing it, but if you believe in yourself and trust in God, you never know. You might be the next superstar. Lesson number 3, work on your traumas. The Wizard Liz has been very honest about her traumas and how they affected her and how she's constantly been going to therapy and working on herself and overcoming and healing. She did not sit down and say, oh, this happened to me when I was young and I cannot heal and all that. She's been working on herself actively, day in, day out. That tells you growth and personal development is a daily journey. It's not a destination. It's not something you wake up and you be. You have to constantly put effort. If it's going to therapy, you go to therapy. When you listen to Liz's content, she reads a lot of books. You read books, watch inspirational videos. Whatever it takes for you to heal your journey, whatever it takes for you to work on yourself, do it. Your life is your life alone, and you have to grow yourself. You have to invest in you to become the best version of you. Even if you went through a lot of trauma, even if you went through a lot of pain, you can always believe in yourself and invest in yourself and grow and overcome your traumas, just like she's been doing it in front of the camera and sharing her journey with us. Lesson number 4, walk away. Liz has been literally walking out of anything and anyone who hurt her. She is very public about her journey and her childhood and how she's spent life cultivating the life that she wanted. She was not hesitant to walk away from anybody. And she keeps on doing that and proving that it's possible for you to walk away from toxicity, from nonsense, and from anything that hurts you. Liz states very clearly that she walked away from her father. She walks away from anyone who hurts her. Even when she was small, she knew she had to walk away. And even in one of her stories, she said she walked out of her country to go to another place where entrepreneurship was appreciated. Walk away. Like, if an environment is not fulfilling you, if an environment is not working for you, if an environment is not giving you what you want, you need to walk out, and you need to be you don't need to be apologetic about it. She has been walking away all her life, and she has shown her that it's possible. Because I think sometimes when we are born in poverty, when we are born in toxic families, we are wired to think that we need to stay. But you can always walk out from anything and anyone that hurts you, and always feel free to start over again, just like the Wizard Liz has been doing. Lesson number 5, work on your finances. The Wizard Liz has been very honest that she started YouTube to just help her mother, to help her mother stop suffering, because she saw how her mother was struggling with basic needs. That tells you you have to look around you or within you and see what is it that you can do. What talent and gift do you have? Wizard Liz was talented in talking. Or rather, she is. Let me not say she was. She is talented in talking. She used her gift of talking and inspiring people and challenging people and motivating people to create her financial freedom. So whatever it is that you're doing, make sure you create your financial freedom, because it's for that reason that she was able to take care of her mother, that she was able to work on life on her terms. She works from home. Yes, she works from home, and she has been able to build this platform and also inspire and empower other people because she's worked on her finances. Your finances are very important. Don't let someone tell you just because you're a woman, just because you're born poor, just because your father abused you, or just because you went through a lot in life, your finances are not important. They are extremely important, and you're supposed to constantly work on your finances and improve on your talents and gifts, and use whatever it is that God has given you to create a life of abundance. You are supposed to put yourself out there literally and not stop until your finances are in order. Because as a woman, I think the reason why Liz has a lot of say is that her finances are in order. She does not depend on anyone for her to walk out. She does not depend on anyone for her to do whatever she wants. She is financially independent, and for that reason, she has a voice, and she can also act and live according to her words. Lesson number 6, do not be afraid of criticism. The Wizard Liz has some of the most strongest opinions on some of the matters about life, and as a result, she has attracted a lot of criticism from a lot of people who don't believe in her words, and who would believe that she is too harsh, or she is too entitled, or she's just not the standard of what girls should look up to. But what has she done? She has never given in to criticism. She doesn't even sit back and throw back. She doesn't even talk back to people who think she's wrong. She just keeps on giving and doing content and working on herself and believing that whatever it is that she's telling us is what is the standard. And as a result, when she started, she had a lot of haters. But as she grew, people had to accept her. And that tells you whatever it is that you want to do, it doesn't matter if it's empowering, if it's inspiring, or if it's even building people and helping people, you are going to get a lot of criticism. You are going to have people who don't agree with you, and it's still very okay, because you have a conviction and you know what is it that you believe in. So they don't have to see your conviction. Don't stop because criticism are throwing stones your way. A lot has been said about Liz. Her haters have just said a lot of things, but she has never stopped. She's kept going, and she's kept doing her videos until she blew up, and she still kept on chunking content out. And that tells you why. Do not let criticism silence you. Whatever it is that you want to do, maybe you'll actually do it if you stop being afraid of critics. Maybe you'll actually be very far and very successful if you start wondering, what will people think of me? The Wizard Liz's motivation is more about uplifting people. I've never seen her attack other people. She's just talking about how you can better yourself as a woman, especially as a young girl, as a person who is growing. She is never about other people. She's just about growth and growth. But still, there are people who find it a problem. That tells you people will always find a problem with anything. But if you believe in yourself and you keep going, if you believe in yourself and you keep going, then you can actually grow a big platform like she has and go on to the world and do great things. Close your ears. Close your ears and forget critics. Okay. Lesson number 7, do not be afraid of trying. And this is what I mean. Despite the wizard Liz coming from a very broken family and seeing her mother suffer and go through heartbreaks in her relationship, wizard Liz didn't decide that she's not trying. She decided that she was going to work on herself, and at the same time, she's been talking about her exes. She's been getting into relationship. She has actually been trying to build her life, and she's not let the past define her. She's not let the past stop her from trying to find love and to build a family and to just try the dating game. I think that's very, very inspiring because personally, I'm a victim. I'm like, no, I'm not trying. I started on a very rough foot as a child. But for her, she is actually constantly trying. When one relationship ends, she moves to another one. And that takes a lot of courage, a lot of hard work, and a lot of investing in yourself for you to see as a child your mother suffering and you deciding that you are actually going to try. So don't be afraid of trying. It doesn't matter where you saw as a child. It means you can actually create your own path. It means you can actually try and build your own family. You can actually do it no matter how life was rough when you were starting. And I think that's very inspiring, honestly. Like, do not be afraid of trying. Even if you ever married before, I cannot talk much about married because I've never been married myself, but even if you're married before and it failed, if you find the right person, honey, try again, try it out. If you've been through, heartbreaks, maybe you started a business and it failed, try again. If you tried to start a channel and it never worked, try again. If you tried this career and it never worked, try again. Like whatever it is that you're doing in life, fail, rise, fail, rise. And even if you look at the success stories of many people, are those who never gave up when they were starting out and they tried and it never worked. So maybe your success is just right behind the other side. Maybe you just need to try again. Maybe you gave up. Maybe you experienced a lot of heartache when you're trying to do something and it never worked. So how about you try? How about you listen or you watch us Lee's life? She keeps trying and rising up no matter what puts, no matter how her life has been, she keeps rising. So how about you do the same? Try with your life. Try today. I bet you to try today. Do not be afraid. Okay. Lesson number 8. Do not shy away from your standards. Okay. We all know Wizard Liz has been very vocal about her standards, about what she expects, how she expects to be treated, the kind of a man she's looking for, the kind of life she deserves, the kind of a family she will want to build. She's been very vocal. Through her content, she gives and gives, and she is not shy to say that, okay, my standards are here, and I expect it to be treated here. And if someone doesn't match here, I'm okay with being alone. I think that is one lesson that we as ladies, we need to, because we are conditioned to think that vocalizing what you want and being loud about what you expect and how you expect to be treated is actually a problem. But she has shown us clearly that you can actually vocalize your standards and people will still try to match them. Even if they will have to fake them, they will actually try to match them because you are not shy. You are not hiding of how you're supposed to be treated. And I think that is so empowering. Next time you want to hide how you expect to be treated just because you're trying to please people, please, honey. I'm using the word honey because Liz likes using that word. Please remember, it's okay for you to vocalize your standards. It's okay for you to be up here and say, I expect to be treated here, and to have high expectations from people and those around you. And I think since I started listening to Liz, I've been very vocal about how I expect to be treated. And honestly, people will always try to match that up. People will always try to treat you according to how you expect to be treated. And it does no harm for you to say, I expect someone to pull the chair if I go for a date. I expect someone to pick me if we are going for a date. I expect someone to bring me flowers. I expect someone to call and text. And I expect someone to treat me accordingly. I expect my friends to show up on time. And I expect to be respected. I think that's very, very important. Vocalize your standards and don't be shy. Just say it out. Like if you're all out there, put it out. You never know. Maybe your person is watching. And yeah, it actually gives you some leverage where people just match. Like they know that person is no nonsense. So I have to match or I am out. And I think that's very powerful. Ladies, please don't hide your standards. I think Liz has shown us it's possible. Lesson number 9, build a community around you. You are never too young to build a community around you. You are never too young to actually impact people's lives positively and build a following and have people look up to you. Because how old is Liz? She's about 26, 25. Yeah, I think 26. She turned 26 on May. But she has built a community around her by just sharing her messages, her work, and by just inspiring people. She has a community around her, some who are actually older than her by far, but because she has been confident enough to use her talents and to guide people and to just show the world how she expects and what she wants done for her, and teach other girls what she expects and what she thinks, she has built a community around her. Right now, she's a brand, a big brand. And you can even tell by whatever is happening around her right now, everyone is reacting in social media. Why? Because she's built a community around her. Look for something to give value. First, give value. You have something in you. When God created each one of us, He actually put a gift in us. Something that we can give of value to the world. And sometimes we miss that gift because we are busy looking at what other people are doing and what other people are saying. We miss to use our gifts and we miss to build a community around us. You need to start right now. If your dream was to ever be a YouTuber or your dream was to ever build a community and just be a star, there are many ways of doing that. And she's shown us clearly you can actually build a community by just being you. She doesn't interview people. She doesn't go all out there and collect news. She doesn't sing. She just gives her life. She just shares her journey with us. And that is so inspiring how she's built a community, because it's not easy to build a community through that way, where you're just sharing and talking and talking. But she's very passionate about it. She's very dedicated to it, and she's built a community around her. And when you build a community, when you invest in people, when you raise people the way she's been raising some of us through her work, people are going to stand with you when things go south. People are going to be the people who inspire you to keep going when things take a turn. Remember, life has unexpected. Sometimes life will put you through a lot that you don't even expect. But then when that happens, the same people you've been building, the same community is the one that will remind you your worth and who you are. It's very, very important to build a community around you and just be a leader. She is a leader. Liz is a leader. She is a leader. She leads. She doesn't follow. She actually shows you what should be done. And I think that's very inspiring, really. Like, I would want to get to that level. Not necessarily through the way she's done, but I would want to just build a community around me and inspire people. And I think, yeah, that's a good lesson to learn. And finally, lesson number 10. I know there's so many lessons. If we sit down and we analyze Liz's content, we can get 100 lessons. But then I'm a little bit anxious. I'm trying to do videos. I don't do YouTube videos. I just thought, because she's a YouTuber, why not dedicate something to her in YouTube? Just to show her how we love her. And lesson number 10 is be firm. Be firm with your words. Be firm with your standards. And always live up to what you preach. What do I mean? We've all seen what has happened to Liz, right? Her boyfriend, her husband, London, decided to cheat on her. And for those who are new with the story, who are not familiar with the story, he created a Snapchat, or maybe he had a Snapchat, and he reached out to a girl from his past and he wanted to meet her. And the girl texted Liz. She is a follower of Liz, and she's followed her content for a while. So she reached out to Liz and told her that her husband wanted to meet with her. So technically they didn't meet, but if Liz didn't find out, it means he would have met her, and that would be bad. And it's like he cheated emotionally, and Liz found out. And because Liz lives accordingly, like Liz has said, she is the person I said when I was studying, she's the person I use her words. She says she can never tolerate someone who is cheating. And she actually showed by response, like she was out. And yesterday, I remember it was around 11 when I went online, and I saw she was trending. And so I checked what was happening, and I saw all the messages and how he had cheated, and she had actually exposed him publicly. She had actually gone to her stories and written and even dedicated a story to the girl. She's called Peyton, and she said she's walking out and she's 4 months pregnant. And yeah, it was really, really heartbreaking. I cried. I felt really bad. But now you can imagine that picture. Liz is newly wedded, less than 10 months. She is pregnant, 4 months pregnant, and she is married to this guy, and she still loves him. She even said in her stories that she still loves him. But then she decided to walk out of their marriage because he cheated. Why? Because Liz has always said that she cannot tolerate someone who is cheated. And let's be honest, a lot of women would have stayed because of a child. They would have been like, I don't want to be a single mom. And I think one thing I applaud her is the fact that she is only, like, the fact that she is very well known for wanting to have a family. The family that she never had when she was young. Like, she's been very intentional on not being a single mom. She's actually been very intentional with how she lives her life. She wanted marriage, and she wanted, a happy, 80s with her children and grandchildren. But the fact that she did not try to fake an image, she did not try to put an image in social media and just outlook that she left within 24 hours of finding that man had cheated, that tells you should actually learn to be very strong and live accordingly and live according to your words. I think that is the most inspiring thing. I think people are seeing how she was cheated and how, her story has been messed up, but I'm looking at how strength that took for her to live when she's expecting a child. I think that is very, very strong. I think that teaches us that it doesn't matter how bad the situation is, it doesn't matter what you've been through, you can actually still choose to be a decent human being and stick to your words. And I think that is the biggest take from all this. And I think a lesson for all of us, that you should be loyal enough to yourself. You don't have to be loyal to other people. You don't have to be loyal to your parents. You don't have to be loyal to your partner. You don't have to be loyal to anything but to yourself. She said in that story that she loves him still, but she's choosing herself. I think that is very powerful. You choose yourself, and that she will never give an advice in social media and go against it. So I think she is very firm. Girl is very firm on what she says. She lives what she preaches. And I think that's what influencership is all about. I think actually being an influencer is about preaching what you live. Not fake, not shortcuts, no what, but it doesn't matter, because I feel like even God allowing that to happen. Yesterday I was like, God, why? Like, why would that happen to Liz? But then today when I was looking at it, I was like, she is a strong girl. God chose her knowing that she can actually be a lesson to 1,000 women who are struggling with things, to always walk out. It doesn't matter what, it doesn't matter the situation, because I think that's the most vulnerable stage she is in. Pregnancy, you need your husband next to you, but she's decided, I choose my respect. I choose what I teach other people. I choose to be living with integrity. And I think that's a lesson we should all learn. And that's a lesson that I've really picked strongly. Yeah, like, I've known it doesn't matter. And she said she's been through worse. Yeah, she's been through worse. But I don't think there's anything that is worse than being cheated when you're 4 months pregnant. But she decided to rise. And she decided to stick to her words and stick to business. She stood on business. And that's what we should all do. Okay. So now, let me ask you a question. What are some of the lessons you learned from the wizard Liz? What are some of the lessons? Now that she's going through tough times, I think this is a time that we need to send her love and just decide, remind her. She's raised us, she's taught us, she's built us, she's empowered us, and we are empowering her back. And just before I go, I think I need to say, probably she'll not watch this video. I know her phone is right now blowing. I know there's a lot of messages that she's getting, a lot of calls, of course. But I just want to put it here. Hey, the wizard Liz. We're just sending you a lot of love. A lot of hugs, and we just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for sharing your journey with us. You've actually inspired so many of us. You've inspired people from all walks of life, and I think I'm a living testimony that you've actually built me. You've inspired me to always rise up no matter what happens. And yeah, during these tough times, we need to remind you that you're the queen. You are you, honey. You're that person who inspires us, and you'll forever remain the queen. It doesn't matter. Even if something dents you, even if something challenges you, even if you go through pain, we need you to know that at the end of the day, you're wizard Liz, and you're always going to rise, and you're always going to use your life to inspire millions out here. And keep doing you, keep doing the videos, You're the one person who makes me want to do YouTube. You're the person who makes me want to do content. I'm not all out there, but you actually make me want to be like you. And I wanted you to know that you're inspiring lives, millions, and nothing should stop you. And even as you're going through these tough times, we're expecting vlogs from you. We're expecting you to build yourself up again, because you always say when someone cheats on you and someone lies to you, rebuild yourself and become a version that they cannot touch. And we would want you to do the same. We pray that you will not sink with this. We know you're very emotional. We know you are an empath, literally. So you feel things from a very deep point. But I really, really pray that you're going to rise above all this and become the star that you've been to us. And we love you so much. And I want to tell you, I've been scrolling your videos since yesterday. And trust you me, almost every girl feels the same. People love you and they're standing with you. So yeah, so thank you for always inspiring us, and please keep inspiring us even on the next chapter of your life. Please do. I hope you never give up. I hope you never stop recording. I hope you never stop sharing your life, because you are an angel to most of us. Pain has a way of building all of us, and what I admire so greatly about you is how you use your pain for better and to teach the world. And I know this is extremely painful, and I can't say I can relate. We can't relate to your pain. You're the only one who knows how painful it is. But I really pray daily. I'll be praying for you daily so that you can be able to use your pain to keep inspiring generations. Turn that around. It doesn't matter how painful it is. Please turn that around and be the hope. And I saw you were selling your engagement ring to help single mothers. Way to go, girl. Way to go. I love the fact that you're so in tune yourself with every time you go through a challenge, you know how to use that pain for the beneficiary of others. Keep doing you. Please keep doing you. And we pray that you all rise and that you will end up still inspiring us even on your 50s, on your 60s, on your 70s. We can't wait for what the next chapter of your life holds, because we know God has the best for you is about to come. The best for you is yet to come, and we know that your life will turn out amazing. This was just, a temporary dent, but you're going to rise. Can't wait for that. So please, what message do you have for the Wizard Liz? If you're watching this video, what message do you have for Wizard Liz? What message? Please write for her. Let's send love her way. Please. Goodbye.